Alright, so hello and welcome guys, and as we're slowly nearing the release of 5.4 on European servers, it's gonna be up in a week or so. I thought I'm gonna take a look back at actual Throne of Thunder and Isle of Thunder, because I had a great time in those two locations. So the footage in the background is the last reset of Throne of Thunder that we went through. Unfortunately, our paladin tank can't be with us, right? He has some important work to do, so instead we have a druid. He's pretty new. He never really did this. This is his second raid in Throne of Thunder, and we thought, hey, it's really clever to just start off with heroics. So we're having a bit of trouble here and there, but nothing too bad. So the Isle of Thunder. Well, daily quests. It's a thing, right? But it introduced something that hasn't been done in quite a while, in my opinion, and that is the entire server working towards a goal. Okay, people encouraging themselves, encouraging others, like, hey, guys, wanna do dailies? We wanna unlock the next part of the island. We wanna see Nalak. And we want to see all these new places, and we want to have the new rares. And that's a direction that I think Blizzard should just take. Just go with this. Just make it so that servers have to work towards something. Because it's a great feeling. Nowadays, servers are not as important because we have LFR, we have LFD, we have random battlegrounds. So it doesn't really matter outside of guilds and raiding guilds. I mean, like my guild, right? We're on the same server. And we just know each other, okay? In the game, more or less. And that's something I've been missing in game lately, and they brought it with the Isle of Thunder, and it felt great. The entire server, people like, hey, this rare is up. Oh, this rare is up. Come, guys, kill this rare with me. So that was really good. I enjoyed that an awful lot. And Throne of Thunder, let's actually go over the bosses one by one. On the screen right now is Jinrog the Breaker. Pretty good starting boss, picks up a tank, throws him, gives you a big damage buff so you can see big numbers. Always good. That's what DPSers want to see. And of course, monk healers, and discipline priests as well. So this boss was pretty good. On heroic, there was enough added for it to be interesting. The ionization debuff and the improved lightning storm, where you have to dodge something, you can't just stack up and heal it inside a priest bubble. Really good. If you look at Horidon, well, Horidon is the ad fight, and it's a pretty good one, to be honest, because it challenges different parts of the group. It challenges me, like Boomkin. I'm so happy that there is a fight where I actually need to actively dispel something, and it's actually really beneficial. It's just not like, well, you might as well dispel it because why not. This is just like, yeah, you need to dispel this or people are going to take a lot more damage. And of course, ad management, very important thing. It challenges the tanks because there is a lot of ads and they're running all over the place, and they need to be a bit more focused and stuff like that. On heroic, the Direhorn Spirit, I think that was a very evil thing to do, but it's not impossible with it, okay? So the Direhorn Spirit is pretty good. I think I die. I just ran. It was my stupidity. I ran too far away from the healers, and they just couldn't heal me. But here we are back again, back up. So Horidon, heroic, very good. The last phase is actually very, well, it's tense, right? It's Malazar all over again, because your tank can die at any second, people might die, and at the same time, you're focusing, you're doing as much damage as you can, you pop Bloodlust, and this Direhorn Spirit is constantly creeping towards you and saying like, hey, hey, 2 more steps and you're dead. So that's really good. I enjoyed that. Next on the list is Council. Now, Council is a boss with a lot of mechanics, right? We have 4 bosses, and Sul the Sandcrawler. It's good when you can kick him, kick the sand bolts, get away from the sand traps. Then we have High Priestess Mali, again, good when you can kick her and she summons these spirits. So once again, add management into all of this. That Council is all these abilities, you have add management, which is, I think, a good thing because it teaches you about priorities. And then that's expanded on heroic mode. I feel like there's been enough added on heroic mode with the Frostbite and just what is it called on Hard Priestess Marley, when these 2 spirits start walking towards each other. I don't remember, I just forgot. It doesn't matter. So you need to knock them back, and you need to stun them, and you need to DPS them equally. So that's really good. Kazarajin, you need to kind of lower your damage because he's reflecting the damage to the entire raid. So if you pop cooldowns on Kazarajin, you can actually wipe the raid. If you just burst everything and your healers don't have cooldowns. And it also teaches hybrids to heal because it's necessary. And of course, the most obvious thing, it teaches DPS to prioritize, which is a good thing because you need to DPS this guy now, because if you don't, he's gonna kill you. So that's really good. Next we have Torras, a very, very cool boss. Very cool. I like it. Just the fact that, on normal mode you have to kick the turtle, so there is a very important thing to be done, and some people enjoy being kind of this guy that does this kind of stuff, like drawing the Celestials on twin consorts and kicking turtles. I personally enjoy it quite a bit. Although, in our raid setup, I usually don't kick the turtles. I kick them only if necessary. But, it's good. It's really good. Once again, it's beneficial to have skills in general on these bosses. It's really good if your hunter can use misdirection. That's a really good thing because he can misdirect the bats onto the tank. And if you, for instance, have a druid healer on Torras, resto druids have a tendency of pulling the bats towards them because of the high HPS. So that's the thing. And generally, in heroic, the fight, it really depends. I feel like the fight is easier on heroic if you have competent healers, actually, which is strange, but you can tell, hey, our healers are really good because this fight feels easier. It's not too easy. You still need to focus the turtles, and people need to AoE the bats, and you need to do enough damage to the boss. You need to kick the turtles. Healers need to keep your shell up on heroic. You need to, have you need the debuff from the crystal, so you need to be focusing on that as well. So yeah, I like Torras. I like Torras a lot. Next is Magera, which is fairly innovative boss. Killing heads, and with each head you kill, the encounter becomes much more difficult, and Magera loses some health. On normal mode, this is healer, DPS, and kind of a brain check. People can't stand in stuff. It's just not allowed. Unfortunately, a lot of people, including myself, cheese it by just on normal mode not killing the blue head, so not getting any torments of ice, which is gonna bite you in the ass when you're progressing heroic, because you won't know what to do with it. And on heroic you just can't skip the head. You will be skipping Venom Head, because instead of doing 1 acid splash, it's gonna do 3, which is gonna wipe your raid. Basically, it's really hard to do that. with killing a venomous head. Still didn't kill it. Still stuck. The second to last rampage usually kills us because we're all over the place. People having torments and cinders and stuff like that. And it also teaches discipline in dispelling. You can't just dispel something, because that's a really dumb thing to do. If someone gets cinders and you dispel him straight up, you done goofed. You screwed up. So it teaches communication. People just need to say, hey, I'm ready for the dispel. Dispel me now. Okay? And healers can dispel you. Once again on heroic, bit of ad management. Very good indeed. And we're coming on to the beautiful duo that is Jikun and Durumu. And these are probably my favorite bosses. Jikun with the flight mechanic, you need to fly all over these nests, and you need to kill this and kill that. On heroic, tanks need to do that as well, because there are these big birds that you need to tank. And generally just, picking up buffs and flying all over the place. It's great. And me as a boomkin, I'm very valuable there because, downdraft. You just pop stampeding roar and everyone's okay. And it's just a really cool boss. Okay? And of course, almost every single one of these bosses teaches tanks to use their cooldowns properly. Because, for instance, on Jikun Heroic, if you're not using your cooldowns at the right time, you're gonna die to Talon Rake. I actually know that from my point of view, because I actually tanked Jikun Heroic as a Guardian. And the bane of LFR, Durumu the Forgotten. Oh man, how much fun is this boss? I absolutely love this boss. It's so cool. Just the actual light mechanic where you need to drag the beams or, the color spectrums and reveal the ads. And you can't reveal these ads. And it's just generally a good fight. It's a bit boring for tanks. It's not when you're one tanking it with a paladin, but if you have two tanks, it's a bit boring. Once again, I actually did Throne of Thunder as a Guardian. I tanked normal, I tanked Jinrock Heroic and Jikun Heroic. All the other bosses I did on normal, so I know what it feels like to tank these dudes as well. On normal at least. So Durumu a bit boring for tanks, but awesome. There's a lot of movement, which kinda is a kick in the teeth for boomkins. Sometimes I do good. Fortunately, our raid leader is a great guy, and he understands that boomkins are not great on movement. So he's just like, hey, when the light spectrum comes, you stay still. You stand still. I want your damage, so you will stand still and you will nuke your tits off. Okay. So that's great. And just very good fight. Lot of management. The life drain is a good thing because once again it encourages communication. Like, hey, I have 1, 2, another guy steps in. 1, 2, another guy steps in. 1, 2, another guy steps in. Right? So it encourages, once again, just general communication, which is a good thing because that's why we play this game. It's an MMORPG. It's a massive multiplayer online role-playing game. And communication, good thing. We're going on to Primordius, which is an interesting boss, let's just say. Picking up buffs and just generally fun boss to do. If you're a good guy, you can, dot some of the blobs for healers as well, so they can have the buffs too. And just, pretty laid back boss on normal at least. I did not do this guy on heroic, so I have no idea. By the way, doing heroic, oh god, that's even better than normal. It's really good. It's hard as nails and you can't do many mistakes, which is a good thing. but it's really, really good. Primordius, no idea. Dark Animus. Now, this is a complete new concept for a boss. Nothing like this has ever been done before. You know, distributing resources between multiple enemies or the robots. And just generally, there is a lot of choice. Not so much on heroic, but there is still some choice to be done. Okay, and from what I know, Animus is actually the hardest boss on heroic. Lei Shen is really hard, but Animus is up there with Lei Shen. They're like pretty much the same because there is just so much stuff going on. Okay, Dark Animus, and just generally really good, really good. Tanks getting encased in this anima ring. Someone needs to break it so they can run through the gap and not take the debuff. And the interrupting jolt is an evil mechanic for those who do not pay attention. Yes, those shall be silenced for a long time, long bloody time. So you need to be just on the ball with Dark Animus. Iron Quan, the very long fight. Iron Quan is actually a very long fight. It's over 10 minutes. And it's pretty good. It can be... You can get screwed by RNG, of course. Pretty hard, actually. You can get screwed by RNG pretty hard. But it's a cool fight. Once again, Boomkin's very valuable. If you don't have a Warlock, we don't have a Warlock. So when the Windstorm comes, Stampeding Roar and you can run straight through. What I like to do as a Boomkin is just pop Stampeding Roar, Displacer Beast through there, and pop Tranquility. If anyone gets caught in the tornado, it's fine. It just doesn't matter because they're going to be healed by the Tranquility. And just general hero moments when you're running through the tornadoes and you're healing people up, right? And it's a good fight. And on heroic, it just hurts towards the end so much, but it's so good. And the penultimate boss, we have twin consorts. By the way, the footage in the background is us trying to do council, and we were failing really hard. We are missing our paladin. We're 2 healing this, and the paladin healing is missing a lot. We have a warrior, but it's his off spec. Okay, this is our DPS warrior, and it's his off spec, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't kill it. We just couldn't. We even swapped the new druid for our hunter, but still nothing. We didn't kill it, but we're gonna probably we're gonna kill it on Sunday, hopefully. So twin consorts on normal, it's nothing spectacular. You don't even have to use the celestials, but on heroic you have to, and you have to use them at the right time because you're gonna get screwed. And this boss is really RNG. It's affected by RNG quite a bit. Sometimes when you go to the second phase with Lulin, no, Suen is the sun bitch, right? Yeah, I think Suen is the sun lady. This thing can happen where you just don't have a comet to hide behind. It comes way too late. And sometimes when you're with the moon lady or the night lady, you can get one shot basically, and there's nothing you can do about it. You can eat a comet. That's at the third phase, by the way. You can eat a comet, and then you can eat a star, and it just kills you because both of these things do like 70% of your health bar. They will just take 70% of your health bar, so you're just screwed. Right, you will get hit by one thing, and a second later you will get hit by a second thing, so you're dead. But the interesting thing is the celestial thing. One person is chosen to do these, and it's me in our raid group. It's not that hard. It's Twisted Fate. Now I remember. Oh yeah, it says Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate it is. This thing right here. You need to DPS them equally, and as they get closer, they do more damage to the raid, and if you kill one before the other one, it just does so much damage. It's so good. So drawing these things isn't just, you know, random spaz like, oh, I'm gonna draw this one. No, you need to go there, and you're standing in front of the last star, and it's like, okay, activate it in 3, 2, 1, and you connect it, and it's perfect, and you kill them, and it's awesome. It's awesome. So a lot of timing, a lot of focus, and it's a good boss. Although it's affected by RNG quite a bit, which is unfortunate. And Lei Shen, the big bad. A very, very good fight. You have 3 phases, you have 2 transitional phases, and there is a choice. Which conduit are we going to overload? It's your choice. You don't have to do this thing, then this thing. No. You know, when I look at our raid setup, we should probably do this. Oh yeah, why not? Why not? Let's do that. If it doesn't work, we can try it this way. And that's a great thing. It's not a fixed boss fight. You know, you can overload this conduit if you don't want static shock. And then do we want, you know, overcharge or diffusion chain, or, you know, what do we want? So that's a really good thing. Generally just a cool last boss. I'm not going to talk about Raden because I didn't do Raden. I killed 8 heroic bosses. I killed Durumu only once. But guess what? I got the heroic Thunderforge dagger. Oh yeah, that is so sexy. It's probably the sexiest weapon in the fucking world. It's so good. So yeah, Throne of Thunder. Really good. Enjoyed it an awful lot. Isle of Thunder, good as well. It wasn't bad. It had some 5-man content, these mini bosses, which was good. And it just made servers again. It made servers into servers, because that was going away. It wasn't about a server anymore. It was when you're raiding heroics. But that's more, it's not really actually. It's just, it made it feel like you're part of a server again, which is something that has been missing for me. And for all my complaining, I have to say this was amazing. I had a great time. I was enjoying this a lot. It was cool. And I hope it's gonna be even cooler with Siege of Orgrimmar. The bosses look pretty great. They look good. Some of them were a bit derpy on PTR. By the way, if you want to check them out, annotation screen right there. There are some bosses from the PTR I did, so you can check them out and kind of get an idea on what you're gonna be facing there. And just a little thing, most of these videos were narrated at around 3 a.m. So at some of them I'm a bit sleepy. I'm a bit tired. But yeah, Throne of Thunder, Isle of Thunder, really good. For all my complaining about what Blizzard does, you know, the catering to casuals, and well, it's not really catering to casuals, it's catering to idiots that think that they deserve everything, but they don't. You know, it's people wanting stuff they don't deserve, and Blizzard giving it to them. For all of that, I still play this game because of things like this. 5.2 and 5.3. It was great. Well, mostly 5.2. 5.3 was a PvP update. Meh. But yeah, Throne of Thunder, Isle of Thunder, really good. I had a blast playing through this. But everything has its time. It's been way too long. Way too long. So yeah, I thank you a lot for listening. Holy crap, 25 minutes of me rambling about how I love Throne of Thunder and Isle of Thunder. But it's great. It's great. So yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye bye.